Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
9 to 5 workers where streamers debate. No, that shit is fucking hilarious.
How you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is
chill.
You would have to actually have to go to work.
And
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still work.
You're drunk. You're high. You're hungover.
That's what I'm playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming.
It wasn't that funny? My bad. Oh my, Shifty Nesk? Nah. Shifty Nesk, yo guys, Shifty Nesk said it wasn't that funny. Ah, man. What? Shifty Nesk? What? Ah, man, I should just end stream now, right? Ah, what? It wasn't that funny, Shifty Nesk. Oh, what? Ah, I mean, f you, f your mum, f your sister. I hope very bad things happen to them on GTA 5. It's not that funny. If I laugh at a joke, I laugh at a joke. I don't give a fuck about Shifty Nesk. Shifty Nesk, man, f you. What the hell? Shifty Nesk. Oh, now he means business.
Different day.
Okay. All right, so my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder.
Okay, what do you lot think before Fab's outfit, cold love? What do you lot think before I play the video? I feel like it is harder because you have to be creative. Working your 9 to 5, you go in, right? I've worked both, by the way, so I can speak from experience. I've worked both. It's not like I haven't done one or the other. You go to your 9 to 5, your boss tells you what to do, you do it. It may be hard physically, maybe like you're working at a warehouse job, so physically you're lifting stuff all day. That's hard. Fair enough. Physically it might be harder. Mentally, you have to. They're both difficult in their own way. But I feel like your boss telling you what you get in, oh, you're gonna do this today. Your mind is on robot mode. You're not doing anything. You just, you know what I mean? Like you're not actually doing anything with your head. Do you get what I'm saying?
Social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Depends on the job. That's true.
It's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing. You're right. You get up every day. You go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up. You go. You flip some patties. Maybe you sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man.
decision we make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got-
Damn, I guess he deals with shit every day. I don't know. So is it harder to be exhausted mentally or physically? I'd say mentally. Because if you're exhausted physically, you sleep, you're no longer exhausted. Mentally, it's kind of like, bro, that's some mental shit. Like, if you're mentally exhausted, you need it's not just like, oh, I'm just going to sit down and wait for 5 minutes. I've been doing this for 4 years, every single day. Every day I have been recording or editing every single day for the past 4 to 5 years. So I know about that mental game. And before that, I was working from 16 to 18. Like, not every day, but as much as I could, as much as they was letting me work part-time while I was still in school. And obviously my mental was completely fine. I loved going to work. I was in Sainsbury's stocking shelves, going into the freezer, doing that. I was in Foot Locker doing this, doing that. I had 2 different jobs. So for me, it was like, you know what I'm saying? 9 to 5 is harder. Why do you think that?
They made, man. I wish I had made like y'all.
We don't have to
I
go
wish.
sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man,
We
you
have
got
to
it
be,
gravy, bro.
what's the next trend? What's the next
Shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day.
God, I have to stream today.
I got dogs. I want to bite my ass
And
every
you have lunch
day.
breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
You got
high energy 24/7.
I wish I could be at home like you and get back and get paid big
We're
money.
not even at home. We're walking around.
Also, another thing is why content creation is harder is because for the most part, none of us were making money in our first year. Would you guys, the job that you're working now, would you guys get up and work that job every day without any guarantee of money for the first year? They tell you, oh, you just do it for free for the first year, then we'll start paying you. Would you do it? Yes or no? If you had the opportunity to make 100K a year for the first year, would you go in and work every day for free? You wouldn't. You can easily be exhausted mentally from a 9 to 5. You can. But if your boss is telling you what to do and you're not actually doing it, why are you exhausted mentally? You're not using your brain. Your boss is telling. If you don't have a boss, you're not working a 9 to 5. You're your own business owner. You don't have to. You're not in the trenches like everyone else.
You're walking around doing things, going to parties, doing all this stuff.
I gotta slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Yo, is Unc f***ing retarded? That's literally what he just said. If you go to work, if you show up to work, you get your money. Yo, bro, I can get my shit termed. That's it. It's done. Do you do something along streaming? I do a lot. So I'm not just streaming. I do a lot. I'm even learning a new skill as we speak, watching videos. I got a notebook in the back, pages on pages of new skills that I'm learning every day. I'm not even trolling either. You can't live life just doing one thing. You have to always be occupied. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why that's why I'm telling you, not like, yo, I'm not a pussy, you know what I mean? But this guy's
work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you work.
No, I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want to work.
I gotta work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I
Do
don't
they get any
get
young people to argue with him?
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like this.
Nah, they're trolling.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F is not a fine.
So do
If
it.
streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat, whatever.
Homeboys.
That's your homeboys, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's your
Yeah,
guys.
you're right, homeboy. You're right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
They interrupt because no one here is the debater, so it kind of makes sense. If you go to an actual debate, like a legitimate debate, you're not going to really see that many interruptions. You're also going to have someone mediating everything, so that doesn't work. But these are just regular people, so we can't really say anything.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why you
cook,
gotta grind.
you have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this.
Oh, they got her there. Nah, they got her there. They got her there. Nah, they got her there. I can't lie.
This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would
Job.
you do? If you lost completely all your YouTubers, you had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to go to work.
I think this argument is going to be full of a lot of what ifs. Oh, what if streaming doesn't work for you anymore? It's kind of like, how the f does that? Why would that even be something that I would say? Why would that like? You know what I'm saying? She's not wrong. If streaming and all that shit doesn't work out for him, he'd have to get a job. But I think they're forgetting that you can day trade. You could trade the stock market. You could trade crypto. So you could still do the same thing they're doing. You know, people trade the stock market. They wake up for 3 hours. They make 10, 20K, 30K, 40K, and then they go about their day. You know that, right? But they don't get paid within the first couple years. It's the same as streaming. First couple years, you might not get paid like that. But then when you finally get your break, that's it. So I don't know why everyone thinks having a job is a bad thing, bro. He's probably going to get tattooed. That's what it looks like before you get tatted. Like, for them to, like, mark out. You know what I'm saying? Or where they're going to tattoo. Maybe he's going to get it. I don't know.
Did I just cuss at you?
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to
You're
turn
proving my
around.
point. You're proving my point.
I feel kind of bad for old people because they didn't have what we have. Like, all of us right now, you lot are watching me, and as I'm speaking, a couple seconds later, you lot are receiving my message, right? That's basically how it works. Back in their day, they had to send letters to brothers. They were like, only when they were in their 20s is like phones like were a thing. So they didn't have the opportunity to stream. They didn't have the opportunity to make a YouTube video. They don't have what we have. We are very fortunate. Every single one of us in chat right now are very fortunate that we can make money without doing much. I'm making money right now. When an ad appears on the screen, if someone watches it, I'm getting paid. As we're speaking, niggas are watching all of my YouTube videos. I have over 1,000 videos. At least 150, 200 of them are being watched and paying me right now. I'm making money all the time. I praise God every day for that. No troll, I praise God every day, every night before I go to sleep. I thank God for everything that I have. I'm glad that like, all right, bro. All right, say no more. I'm talking about God. Keep your mouth quiet. You better keep your mouth quiet. I praise God every day for the fact that I was born now and I wasn't born back then. Because maybe I'll be doing something different that I don't enjoy doing. You get what I'm saying?
Why this is harder because
that's why we all have to be grateful for what we have, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans. I gotta make sure, I get the 4 local can.
I adapt this trolling. Do you know how easy that is to be able to post and do that shit? You get what I'm saying? But he got to that level from grinding for years. Do you know how long he was in his room grinding COD for? You're probably thinking, oh, he's just playing games. He has to be trolling. But like every single one of these here grinded to be in this position. They weren't always in this position.
And not to mention,
they weren't making money for a long time.
It ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created
How old
something,
is she?
and they
Because she
wouldn't support your
only looks like
business.
40.
So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
No.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled. No.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled and your mama and daddy keep giving it to you.
Rhonda,
Because
I got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight.
24
hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all stream.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
You
When have
clean
you
up
ever ran? You
vomit,
never ran a 3-minute
You
ad.
pass trays. You're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
They're using the worst, like these man here are using the worst points ever. That's why the old people can't agree with them, because it just seems like they're trolling. I honestly don't know if they're trolling. I think they are, but I have no clue like what's happening. Man, like a J Station with
Think about
7
this. Imagine every little
consecutive
person called them
streams.
parasocials. They
What was
judge
the
your
age gap
relationships.
you would
can't go out
go
to dinner
for?
or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging
got
you
caught with
based
my
on it.
ex
I got
in
caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do you.
It's very easy for you to say when you're not on this side of the war. You're on the other side of the war where no one talks about you, no one knows you, you're irrelevant. Me, I've never been butthurt by what someone says to me. I can't name one hate comment that I've received. I can't tell you it right now. I can't even tell you. Because I go to sleep and everything gets wiped from my mind. I start the day again. I swear to God, I can't remember one single comment that niggas left me that I didn't like. I don't remember them. So it's like irrelevant.
Care about what people think. Social media, what they say about you.
That's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor center, or 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, bro.
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
What? Nah, Ron's they're trolling. Yeah, they're trolling. I can't lie. So open surgery is clearly more harder. It's trying to save someone's
My argument
life,
is that
bro.
none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's a bad take.
See, that's what I'm saying, and he's but he's saying that to appeal to the older people, because none of these older people know all the nights that they've spent without sleeping, having to record and edit and stream. I remember just Jason, 2 years ago, maybe, he didn't even have a quarter of what he had now. Not even an eighth. I remember seeing him. And now look. You get what I'm saying? And he was still grinding every day, grinding the same way he's grinding now.
That's bad take. That's bad take. That's bad take. They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
That is true. They wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for them.
To say, as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing: we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
True.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
She's laughing, bro. She's making me mad. I actually feel like they're wrong.
So they asked if he worked a real job. He said he worked 2 jobs at the same time, and they laughed at him. But isn't, like, if they're talking about how working 1 job is hard, that means technically he was going twice as hard, no? Double hardness. But that's funny to them, isn't it? Because I've worked more than 2 jobs, by the way, but the other third job was at construction, or the demolition, which is very hard, but it wasn't really for too long.
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day, everyone's
so you're
like...
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
Well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9-to-5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9-to-5.
That is
if you wanted to
true.
go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one.
Wow. So he asked the question. Ron answered the question. He says it depends on the job, obviously. So then the old nigga with the glasses asked the same question again. I'm not bugging out, right? Like, I'm not. What are you saying, Aris?
Foot Locker,
How you doing?
working at a job like Panera or whatever Lacey is easier than a streamer. Yes, because a streamer, you have to come up with ideas. You have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
yeah,
we're talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to start with, though? But it doesn't make much...
No, he might actually be. Honestly, I don't. The thing is, I don't feel bad for old people, because you gotta understand, it gets to a point where when you've been alive for 50, 60 years, how much knowledge have you retained? You should be able to speak without stuttering at that point. How can people that are younger than you articulate their point better than you, and you're that grown? At what age do you start going crazy? Because I have a lot of relatives who are very old and they're so wise. So I don't like, and they're not fucking. When they speak, I listen. They have very good points on life. You know what I'm saying? Grandparents, all of that. So it's kind of like, you can't argue and say that, oh, maybe we could forget stuff. No.
You're not even, you keep switching it. So why don't you answer my question?
I'm gonna stop pausing it, sir.
So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard?
That's what I'm saying. 4 whole years without getting paid. Do you think that he would do that? Do you think that everybody right now who has to pay rent next month would quit their job to try and stream and not get paid for 4 years? Me, I only didn't get paid for a week, and then my YouTube popped off, and then I stopped getting paid for like a couple months, and then I started again because like I locked in. You know what I'm saying? I had to grind, sleepless nights. But nobody is going to stop what they're doing to not get paid.
That's the thing. It's like
you wouldn't quit. That's the thing. Like, people will complain.
Get out of your circle.
They won't quit their job.
Zone. You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe, in the sense of like, oh, this is good.
Put the flag down or I'll bang you in the chest.
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch YouTube. So it's the same thing. So the people that you're entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true. But you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment.
As a job.
But this
He's so dumb.
My question
He hasn't. Yo, you know this old guy? Like, sorry for pausing. You know the old guy hasn't said a single thing. You know, he just keeps asking the same question.
Why?
Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you can sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best example, is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
in the sense of every...
So now he wants to ask what hard means. Before, he was using it so broadly. He's just talking for the sake of talking, man.
Some people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
when
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a
you
job.
go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to
Doesn't
going
answer
in
what
with a
he
bunch
says.
of people and having to multitask.
I like how this
tasks you have
flag's
to do
still
throughout
up,
your
man.
shift
Yeah.
And deal with your
Tasks you have to
coworkers
do
and
throughout the
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me out.
Go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships.
Faye's done this terribly because no one else is supposed to be speaking right now. It's only supposed to be Run speaking. Everyone gets their own turn, so why are other niggas
Which is
speaking
the most
like
important
for
thing in life. So
Run?
you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that. And
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Hearing a lot of flags.
Yeah, he just left. Here we go. This one's gonna be annoying.
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically
assistants.
it's a 10 to 6.
Assistants go through mental because they're dealing with another human being. They're having to please another human being, right? But that means that streamers and YouTubers have to please millions of human beings and they always have to be on top of their game. So wouldn't their mental be way worse? I just want to see what she says.
But I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home. But if I didn't, I would have to cook for
I still
myself
keep making that
and get to bed in time and
face.
wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect. And I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you been on
berated.
social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys
That's
can
it?
afford
It's kinda
to
pussy.
say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax.
They should have brought on a business owner. Like an actual business owner, like owner, I'm saying CEO. That would have made more sense for them to argue with him because I want to hear his point.
And
So I'm
travel
not a
the world
business
and have
owner.
other
I am, but I'm
opportunities.
not like
There's
that.
no
relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you're saying like to go back to the beginning, you're saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
so
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right? I lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said.
No, we haven't. I don't think I've ever wanted to. So working in 9 to 5. I don't. Chat. If any of you wanted to, because you went to work. For example, dude, what the hell did you just? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Shy. You gotta slow it. You gotta dial it down.
And
I'm
how you
not
have a
reading, I
support
can't read
system.
all that,
I
bro.
moved
The
across
chat's
the
already
country
gone.
from my parents
It's
at the age of
disappeared off
19,
my
lived
screen.
alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making
It was
more than my
serious,
rent.
yeah.
So I was
You were
losing.
in the red every
I was in the
month. I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend
Break
broke up with me at
even.
the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too, and everything's going down. Where's my support system?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
So I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming.
Yeah, these old people, I guess they feel like Ron and Lacey and all these people, like every time they bring up a problem that they have, it's completely irrelevant. Even though it's like a real problem, they deem it as irrelevant. She's just like, the grandma's just doing the most, but look how red she is.
You had
bruv.
no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to take
That's
9
a
to
whole
5.
different discussion. So a lot of people don't.
But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. She's talking about people being homeless under the age of 18. And he was only with his mum. That's even less privileged than most people. I was only with my mum my whole fucking life. Moving from place to place, flat to flat. Had to go downstairs and top up the electricity. I only had £10 for electricity for the whole week, by the way. Like, these people, their points are so stupid, honestly.
Don't have houses.
So
A
stupid.
lot of
When they
people
work
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or
But
accept
that's a whole
them
different conversation. What does that do with the 9 to 5?
because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a one-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times.
See, dumb. So stupid. Even younger than him, at 15, moved to LA. You know how expensive LA is? It don't really matter where you're at. LA is a very expensive place. California is quite expensive. But she doesn't think that's privileged. But him living with his mom somewhere else. Oh, that's oh my God, that's so much privilege. Oh my God, you have to resell shoes. It's like, come on. Everyone has been through the struggle. That's what I'm saying. Everyone came from nothing. No one, the thing about this debate is nobody is taking the other person's side into fact. Maybe the streamers are slightly, but these people, they don't care about what the streamers have to say. They've already invalidated them in the back of their mind, and they have a poor mindset in the back of their mind. They think that they can't do what they actually want to do. They have to just continue working for their boss.
But I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place.
Nigga, put your flag down, bro. We've already spoken to you.
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her.
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How's it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an.
Oh my God. Oh my God, she's fucking retarded. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, she's fucking retarded. Oh my God, she's fucking oh my God. I have to reload that one, yeah, because what she said is actually insane. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually insane.
Not secure.
How's it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
It can break at any time. I don't know if she's referring to her leg breaking or if she's... So basically, everything that they're saying, how this ain't secure, no, blah, 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 it goes for the other side. Everything that the streamers are saying, it doesn't relate to the other people. It doesn't go to the other side. That's only their problems. Every problem that the other people have, the streamers also have. Every problem the streamers have, the other people don't have. So if you think about it in that sense, it's like the streamer's job is harder. Maybe right now it's not. They're just chilling, living life. No, cool, whatever. Before, when they were making no money...
Secure, you just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's say I lost it all tomorrow.
You still have residuals of your previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
Yeah, I guess like demonetization is just not a thing anymore. You just can't get demonetized. You can't get your channel terminated. You can't get your videos age restricted. You can't get a strike. You can't get banned on Twitch. That is like, nah, they don't think of that. They just think like, oh, your videos are still up, you're fine.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to school.
So were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
And that was funny, I can't lie. He said that with a straight face. There we go.
How you doing, bro?
Alex.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're going to lose their job.
So if they accidentally say something weird, they don't lose their job also because they might say something crazy. Like I might say, oh my God, I like men. And every single person in my chat is homophobic. So then they stop fucking with me and I lose all of my fan base. It's like, it's exactly the same thing that he just said.
Because of something you say, you'll get other followers. And you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of
I mean, I don't blame the old people. They don't understand what they're talking about.
That
we already know that, little bro.
Aww.
But you guys still like me for who I am?
Lose their jobs. And maybe there's a recession. There's not a lot of jobs, as could be now. They get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check
you're
it out.
done.
Okay, so listen. But
okay, so if you perform, so basically what he's saying is, if I'm a and I don't want to work that day. I might get fired. Yeah, no fucking shit, idiot. Are you dumb? Like, are you like, what? Yeah, the old people don't understand nothing about social media. They don't understand it. Just finish watching your new vid. That's tough.
To get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours of trust and communication and intimate relationships with your audience. Okay, so that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever. But
oh, I guess people over the age of 40 aren't YouTubers, isn't it? I guess people don't watch grown men on YouTube, right? It's only young people. Everything that they do is just because they're young.
At the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes.
Most people are going to stream a university? Most people have a $10 million mansion to live in and make content? Because he just said they're doing what most people are doing.
Dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what.
Yo, bro, put the flag down, bro. You've been trying, the way you look is scary. No one's chatting to you.
When who has a 9 to 5?
That flag has been up for time.
Well, I'm a college professor, so. I have to do that same
So
sort of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, man.
We
already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know what I'm
yes.
saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years, right?
It's true though. No, he is right. There's probably like 3 other people in that room who could hit a crane shot. No troll. And you don't think I'm trolling? I understand where he's coming from though. It took him years to learn how to do shit like that, and that's what blew him up. It took the other guy years to learn about being a professor, and that's what got him his job as a professor. Everyone chose different things. That grown man can stop everything today and learn how to trick shot.
And then I'm like, okay, then I had to do YouTube for 4 years, right? And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then do streaming.
Okay.
So
with how many people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now. For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team. Was it just you? Like,
No. It was just me. There's receipts.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on you.
Oh my god, he's retarded. Does he think that he had a fucking coach helping him out? All right, now press R1, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna use the tack insert before you jump off the crane, so you can jump back on and land on the crane after you hit a sui. Does he think that there's someone coaching him? Are you fucking
of me?
Okay, well, where do you?
By the way, he's a college professor, and he's that brain dead. Look at his face.
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team. Was it just you? Like,
no. It was just me. There's receipts.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13,
YouTube become so easy? Because a bunch of people worked there.
Okay, well, no. He's right. He's right. Where did YouTube come from? A bunch of people made YouTube, and that was the platform that he used. He's right about that. I agree. But he's also the most Down syndrome of the Down syndrome earth of the Downies that I've ever seen in my fucking life. Because when he learned to be a college professor, he taught himself algebra. He taught himself the laws of the world. I'm guessing he taught himself as well, right? Not the niggas before who learned about it before him. Not the English language that he knows that he got taught by his parents in school. He taught himself. Right? Fucking idiot, imbecile. What a downy, extracurricular bastard. So many words are in my mind right now.
And if it didn't exist, you couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So how come you're not good at them and you didn't get paid?
Mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
We understand.
I'm Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the
Oh,
physicality.
brother.
You guys just
I know how to do a three-frame break.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
know.
It's
So
very
I-
different.
So wait.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear.
I
You
think-
gotta carry all of your
Oh
hair.
no. Oh nah. You have to really. You have to pick up your hairbrush and your dye for people's hairs, and you have to take it to the place you work where you can put it down. They come up starting angry because like it's kind of obvious, like they already prejudiced towards these young people.
Makeup, all of your
Yeah, it's
your
not a debate.
supplies,
Debate, you can't be
have to
angry at
haul
the
it
other
around,
person.
get up
You got-
early in the
everything has to be
morning.
neutral.
You stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I
You're
hear you.
breathing
I built a
in.
house.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
your
just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your thing
physically
is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So,
microphone.
listen. So your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No, no,
physical.
no, but
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for
job
a
where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around.
Yeah, that's the thing.
stuff.
The streamers, Faze, are actually dead. You're right. They're trying to understand where they're coming from. They listen to them and then they go, oh, okay. And then they ask them a question because they want to, you know what I'm saying? They want to know what they're going through. But then the other people don't care. Like they just don't.
Oh, physically, I physically
You're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't. No one in here. Come on, man. None of you can.
But you can carry some.
It's
none of you
true.
can make- And you have to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You
yes.
take 4 days to hit a trick shot. It takes you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is
Yes,
never
I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No,
all
no,
of the
wait,
things
wait,
that you
stop.
use?
No,
Wow. So she said, do you have to go shopping? I mean, he's a grown man. I would hope that he would go shopping and buy himself some food and some clothes to wear for tomorrow. Oh no, I would hope that he does that, right? That would be kind of weird if a grown man didn't go to Sainsbury's and buy himself some food after work. That would be so weird. It's like, you're such a donut, bro, honestly. Do you remember, what did I just say 5 minutes ago? I said that everything that the old people are saying, the streamers can relate to. Everything the streamers are saying, they can't relate to. So that technically makes it, if you want to go on a technical standpoint, it makes it so the streamers' jobs are harder. It's like, bro, come on, bro, lock in, man. Yo, streamers. Unite, bro. Streamers unite. Come on, you guys are all streamers with me.
You
Bro. I
have
don't
to
give a fuck.
clean all of your
You
gear.
don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
Even your job, spamming W's, is harder than her job. How about that? How about that? Oh my god, I said it. That's right, I fucking
done
said
your
it.
job.
If the
You don't have to
Elgato
sit there and
wasn't
spam
on.
When you're
W's
done your
every
job,
day
oh my God,
at the
it's
right
simple.
moment.
If I
7
rendered
days
my
in a
video
row.
Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling resample.
Oh my god.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlying argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think
How many hours
guys-
a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long I
day, 12
needed
hours a day
to. However long I
trick-shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is
He carries a Barrett 50 cal.
It is true though. And trust me, I played for years Black Ops 2 Modern Warfare, and that hitting a trick shot, you didn't do that shit every day. They done it maybe every couple of days or a week, but you would have to grind to hit a shot because you had to make it so you got the nigga who was lost. You have to throw a fucking shockwave at him on Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. You have to throw a flashbang at him on Modern Warfare. You have to do your 1080s and all that shit. You have to do your suies, all of that. Like Nuketown, you have to climb up the ladder because you drop down and the nigga gonna kill you. Like, yo, that shit was tiring. You're doing the same shit every day. Yeah, I just want to get it trimmed. Okay. I'm not saying that that's all she does, but it's like, you have to hit your suies, bro. Your suicide shot. I don't want to say it out loud. You have to hit your suies, bro. You have to hit your 1440 boat bangs. Like, nigga, I was there. That shit didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. I kept going. I was doing YouTube back. I was fucking 12 years old on Black Ops 2 doing fucking trick shot montages and shit. Swear to God, if I can find the channel, I'll show you, man.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last.
That's true. Am I not telling you lot? You have to change your sense because you can't play on the same sense that you trick shot on.
Physicality jumps off and stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotation.
I told you.
I gotta have my rotation.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zones.
Stick drift.
Stick drift. Stick drift. I didn't bring up stick drift.
But that is not all YouTubers.
My old gamer
that are
tag
doing
was-
something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was
ID
dangerous. We could
space
walk around,
X space
IRL
spin.
stream, and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing. That's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
Because he
decapitated
quoted his
him.
thoughts.
Ah, Silky. Let's see. Let's see Silky.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you know, we create social.
Just cut it off, bruv. It's hanging by a thread. You might as well cut it off. I'm not gonna look at you any differently because you're bold. Just shave.
Media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9 to 5.
IDX spin. Should we see if this is it?
And have energy.
Told
with
you.
people. We're
10 years ago, bro. Told you this is my account. Swear to God, this is my account. If I drop the toast. No, this is my account. I swear to you, this is my account. I'm not fucking trolling. 10 years ago, I was uploading clips from my Xbox. Are you mad? Are you fucking mad? I was 10. I was 9, 8 years old, bro. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him. Bow! Quick scope. Cross the map. What? 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 Who's next? What's that? Double YY? Oh, wall bang! Wall bang! Oh my god, quad! I hit a quad! I hit a quad! Are you fucking mad? This is me! I hit a quad. You lot are lucky the clip got off because I went on to get a fucking 7 on. I swear down, bro. I swear down. I hit 7 of them right there, bro. But what I'm saying is, I was there grinding. Face Fabs, bro. Man was there, bro. I swear down, I was there hustling. I was there quick scoping every day. So you lot can't say a man wasn't hustling.
Where I don't think that you.
I was there. I was grinding, trying to get
You
your
have
face.
you have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like you do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
I feel so good because I just
You're
watched
doing it
that.
now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for it? That's making it harder for her.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video and
Yes.
save lives every day.
Yes.
Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out
That's
at
true,
the club
though.
at night.
I get messages every day, and I'm so thankful that I could do that for niggas. Every day, people not come up to me, but they message me and they say, "Listen, like, I'm going through like the worst time of my life, but watching your videos, whether it's a try not to laugh or Mego video, they say that it genuinely saves their lives. They say that they feel happier watching me, bro. That's oh my god, Pooks. You already know my take, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You
Staying
know
out
what I'm
till 10
saying?
o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at
You know
6
my
o'clock in the
take.
morning so you can get
I love you
dressed.
guys. Honestly, I actually love you guys so much.
Okay,
So, but I'm saying
Honestly.
it's like you guys don't.
None of
don't
us,
do the
any streamer,
interaction.
any
You don't
content
touch
creator wouldn't
people
be here if you don't want to watch
like
this.
this.
Okay, now
What kind of shit's going on?
you go to the club, you get to put some shades on, you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that your
drunk,
choice?
You're high, you're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this life.
that's-
Okay,
we
but-
And that's
can't
what's
do what you
happening
do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts.
We deal with
So
people's
my no, you are not.
Do you know how many fans we need a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
Because I
watch any
think-
entertainment?
Oh my
Of
god.
course I watch.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this video is kind of stupid because it's the same thing again and again of every person. They'll say something like the old people will say something, right? And the streamers will be like, yeah, we deal with that too. And then the old people will be like, no, you don't. But it's kind of like, but isn't that the whole point of a debate? It's like you're both speaking facts, so you have to understand each other. It's the same thing every argument. It's like
Watch music. I got kids. I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I
So
laugh.
then the
We're
interaction.
touching them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm watching
Wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends. It
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and
what's
like, oh,
coming.
I feel good?
Some of it is
I gotta take
fake.
it right now.
Some of it is
You
fake.
see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer because I'm debating him.
Okay,
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now.
all right.
Yeah.
Come on.
So like, when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched it?
oh,
You never
Silky's devious. He just cooked something up. Oh my days. Yeah, that's facts. No, Pooks, you are right. right now, even at my point in time, right now, nah, I can't say I'm still grinding every day because I'm doing multiple things.
I like that.
But
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
you know what?
easier.
I'm a very social person. I'm very popular.
So she's talking about life in general. She's not talking about just the job anymore. Because if we're talking about life in general, their life is way easier. There hasn't been a single day that's gone by where I haven't opened up YouTube Studio. Now, I'm not trying to say that that's hard to open it up, but I'm just saying like the creative thoughts in my mind have sparked every day. I've had to think about shit every day of my life. Yes, and you have to be social as well to be a streamer. It's like, what?
I do social
Mentally
media.
training, making sure you can get
has not
inspiration,
affected
funny,
people so
like,
real.
entertaining, but
How
if you
come when
work
I
in
go
an
out in
office,
public and I
not
meet
talking
someone and
about
they're
it,
like,
you
oh
need
my
to grow
God,
about that
like,
shit. Exactly.
I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Well,
every
hand
single
shaking, the
day.
hand shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had people
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life, had kids
That's
come up to me
true.
and say these things. So
Exactly, Poots. Me, I don't care if my views drop.
I'm Robbie. I'm
I
a
don't care
server
what
at
they're
an
at.
Italian restaurant.
I love the game. I love the hustle. I'm in this shit for the
that's not
YouTube.
fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food.
I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. Bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your mom
loves
and say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's
so
easy.
rude,
Because
honestly.
She works two of them.
Okay,
She works at two hospitals.
let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at two hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience.
Do you see what I'm saying though? So he just said something. He brought up his aunt. He made a valid point. Oh, my aunt says it's hard. No. He's not a nurse. Then Silky says, oh yeah, my mom. You don't heard. I don't need to repeat myself. But then he invalidated Silky's point as if his mom just wasn't a nurse anymore or some shit. One of them, man. Yeah, they're all one of them, man, bro.
Audience.
It's
So break it
just-
down for me, because I don't even get it.
Yo, Sonic.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
That's true. Yo, I just want to let you know that being black and being a content creator is a lot harder than being white. I feel like people expect more from you. They expect you to be funnier. They expect you to do more, say more, scream more, do this more. Like, even me, I'm British, so I don't appeal. I'm not going to lie. I have a lot of American audience. I don't appeal to a lot of American people. I don't appeal to none of them. And the UK is so small that it's hard for me to appeal to the UK. And black people, plus the UK, like UK people, we like to hate on each other for some reason. Asians, Latinos, them and they all support each other and bring each other up. Black people, they fucking hate. White people, they bring each other up too. That's why you see like such a huge riot. Like Kai, every time something bad happens with Kai, you see everyone trying to tear him down, bring him back to the gutter immediately. Marcus Brownlee, you remember how he done the school zone shit and everyone tried to get on my man? I'm telling you, the UK is gay. Niggas be watching you America. No, I know, but that's because America is so big. But a lot of American people will watch my shit and they won't fuck with it. They can't relate to me. It's fine, I don't care. But I'm just saying that being black and being from the UK and shit, being from certain places, it's harder for you to get an audience. It's hard for you to get the man
I'm a
to
nice
fuck with
guy.
you. I've never, yeah, crabs in a butt. I've never once complained though. Never in my life have I ever complained about anything. I have not complained once, but for the past 4 years, I swear to God, I haven't complained once. I have nothing to complain about. You know what I mean? I'm working. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. It's written in the Bible that you shouldn't complain. If you have a complaint, if you have a worry, go speak to God about it. It's written in the Bible that you should say, don't complain out loud. Don't let them words come out your mouth. You know
I
what
can't
I'm
get a
saying?
job because I got touched.
You don't think it's harder being black?
I had the greatest
That's fair.
401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm going to be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah,
Whoa, come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
You on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I was-
Oh my God. 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 They're so retarded. In a debate, you can't be sarcastic.
Sarcasm, you didn't read.
You can't be. Are you fucking stupid? No. Oh, no. Are you retarded? Yes or no? You can't be sarcastic in a debate. It doesn't work like that. He lacked. He lagged. Because that came out. That's what he was
About playing
thinking.
video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous. I'm not gonna lie. But
You on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
thank you.
thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
That was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No,
do
no,
this.
no. Listen. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they think it makes him
I'm
smart.
already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them.
No,
No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up, I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, because I got a lot of
Yeah,
comments.
I hear it, you
Now,
know.
he don't
You
brush
gotta
his
bill it
real-
sometimes. You
what
gotta
does
ross
his
it.
real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my yeah.
He got shit out here like a bad bitch.
And his girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
Yeah,
you know.
this, you know what I'm
See
saying?
him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. You'll save that little scruffy shit on your face.
Chopped.
Cool,
So he got fat.
Now I have to gain Marvel Rivals, but probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why?
Because we have to get to GM. We have to get to Eternity, bro. We gotta get to Celestial. I understand what he's saying.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals, but probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I can just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and play with somebody. What I'm gonna do for the stream today? Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we can just scroll
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is
Do you know what's crazy?
My mind is
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You go to sleep.
What?
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope. Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Is that? I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that.
There's no social cues. Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want to say to you.
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
The problem about this debate is that the old people have no idea what they actually do. So they think that they're just talking shit out their ass. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. Oh, nah, she's back, bro.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
This is different from sarcasm, by the way. What I was saying before about the nigga with sarcasm, this is a completely different situation. He just accidentally said the right thing.
No. I believe.
Why does he always do that?
I think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
Loved Yuji so dearly. Oh.
So my question.
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice.
So
And that's
you-
what you have to
so
do.
you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
touch
flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions.
Human touch ain't really that important.
But okay, and then back
Yeah,
to
she
my
might
point.
be rage
Back to my
baiting.
point.
She might be
Is
rage
that your
baiting.
choice?
chat.
Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming is harder
Was
than
that
that's the point.
you gave up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a
bag.
He ran up a bag.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie,
You did it for a
I did.
bag. But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love?
I would have been wearing my fucking chain. I would have been wearing my iStock Cartier and my plain Cartier. I would have put my fucking caps in. I would have put my fucking Balenci's on. I would have had my shit dripping. Marnie t-shirt, probably would have kept this shit on. I would have bought a Chrome Hearts hat just for this, the one that DDG has, because I fuck with that one. I've been trying to find it. If anyone can find that Chrome Hearts hat, I'll give you a rack for that shit. I would have put all that shit on, bro. Just to stand there with my shit. Ankle monitor on too. just to show them that I'm a fucking thug.
And a future.
Just to take the piss. And I want to tell them, oh, it's so hard.
Something that I love. Something that I'm passionate about. Motion. I pick motion.
I really know what these niggas make in a week, some of these people make in a year. So that means they make 52 times more than what these people make in a year. Just want to let you know that. By the way, that's why they're so angry.
Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent of people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I
For
have to
what?
because this is what I built my career off of.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happened to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
give it-
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if thousands of you
Honey.
stopped watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like,
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people. You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
They just don't understand. Swag was one of the first people to get a contract with the YouTube shit, right? For his streaming thing. That's big. You don't get that shit for no reason. He was one. I'm pretty sure he was one of the first niggas, right? I remember. Yeah, that's big. That's a big boy contract, bro. You don't get that shit from not doing anything. I remember he was good at COD. He's pretty entertaining too. It's not like he's not entertaining.
But
Okay.
I've
She's a
worked
model.
since I was at the age of 14. I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is just got lucky because you're a gamer.
Lucky? Whoa, they just got lucky that they have tens of thousands of people watching them every day. They just got lucky. I'm gonna tell you something. In the sense of luck, people like Marlon, Duke and shit. Nah, I can't say Duke. Maybe Marlon is a good example. He got a very good spawn point, right? No gay shit. He looks good, right? Like, he's an attractive guy. That's why a lot of people fuck with him. Have you seen his views on TikTok? He got a very good spawn point. So he's able to capitalize off of that. But it doesn't mean that he just randomly spawned muscles on his face and he has no face fat. That doesn't make he wasn't lucky. He worked hard to get to that point in his life, and now he can capitalize off of what he worked hard for his whole life. Every day you work hard for that one day of luck. So, okay, she's not wrong. Technically, they got lucky because they worked hard. They worked so fucking hard every day to the point where when that luck appeared, they were able to grasp that shit. But yeah, they got lucky, bro.
You got lucky. There's so many people.
I wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
everybody's an influencer.
Oh my god.
No, but
So many.
But specifically what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait, can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like.
So you were sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I was
camera.
16, so it wasn't really like that.
You weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life? Like, what should I study? What should I like? Where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think people who don't have a
My
job,
job's
they
just
feel they
tiny
want to
as
get lucky
shit.
by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
So basketball players, football players, even cricket players, I guess they just got lucky because it's 1 of a million. They just got lucky that they were chosen to play for that team and someone else wasn't, right? Yo, guys, I'm about to fucking die. Look, shit's about to drop.
I got four.
No,
last year.
but
No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
So that's not luck. That's
like
pure
less than
that's pure
1%.
skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a
worked.
talent.
She said yes. No, she needs to go back to Russia.
Pure skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a talent. They have
they
a talent.
work-
You see the girl with the black hair in the back is looking around like, are these people
LeBron
all right?
James.
Look at her face.
They-
Look. Look, she don't believe that shit either.
They have a talent. They have
They
a
were-
talent.
they had a
But
team.
it's-
So what
you
do
know
you
how many talented people out there and don't get
I thought
the
with your
chance?
tea,
They
love,
don't get
bro.
the shot at it.
I don't want to take up his time. So
Me and Polo G actually have the same T-shirt in that one song.
What he did
I
with
said a
One
lot
Love
of people
700.
don't get the
If
shot.
you watch it right now, you'll see. I just found out
So
today.
it's not-
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. You know, there was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You did us?
Yo, you being serious?
Alright, Swag's about to swing on, bro. I can't lie, I would too. I can't lie. You know, Jason's actually a crash out. I can tell Jason's a crash out. I can't lie. Big man thing, I can tell that he's a YN.
There's no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You did us?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why are they laughing, bro?
It's not.
It's bad because like that's another thing about streaming too. Have you ever seen any of these people get into a fight before? You gotta think like people like they've had to control their emotions in so many situations to the point where they didn't just bang someone in the chest. I can't do that. Me and Jugs, we can't do something like that. We can't control our emotions to the point where if someone's in our face being rude, that we can't let that shit slide. You get what I'm saying? They're very good human beings. Honestly, no, they are very, very good human beings.
It's not
honestly,
luck.
I
I've been
swear
doing
that.
this for 13 years.
If that
I
nigga
would've-
right there was doing that shit, I would have taken the camera off the thing and dashed it at his head. Swear to God, honest to God.
3,000 videos.
And then
2,000
Jiggy would have done the
I
same
edited
shit with his
myself
camera.
while I went to college.
And then
worked a
Miz
job,
would have done the
and
same
still
shit.
went
I
to
lied,
school.
Jigs. Big man
So
thing.
that's not. I mean, if that's
Stand on
fucking-
it.
if that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we don't have a job, we're lucky.
Yeah, I don't
in
know
some
how you
sort
can
of way,
laugh
but
at someone with more money than you. It don't make
pure
sense.
talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you.
Yeah.
Just talk in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So
Yeah.
there's so many even talented actors here. They never
Yeah.
get a shot. So I'm
Of
just
course,
saying
yeah.
it's pure luck.
It wasn't.
So how was that luck? Yo, bro, oh my God.
Luck. I just saw an
what you
opportunity and
say?
just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8
Yeah, I
years
can't
to
lie.
make it
There's
a
not.
career.
We might have to.
There's some
She's laughing again.
funny.
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly. That's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop.
That prison. That prison. That prison. I'm a winter. I'm black. Yo, bro. Everyone is black. Swag is black. Silky is black. Ron isn't even fucking fully white. What the fuck are you talking about privilege? What does that mean? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Hey, doesn't make sense. It don't, bro.
You couldn't do
I
it.
swear
You
down.
couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it.
Some
Your
people-
grandkid couldn't do it.
some people
Your
can't-
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do
Anything
it.
that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many
They
hours
can't.
a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not
good
think?
enough
Do you not
content,
think if you're talented at
maybe.
something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not. Like
You don't think you don't think it's talent?
You're just too old to understand.
Ooh, that's yeah. I can't argue that because
There's the word.
Y'all could never
I gotta
play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep it
shit.
a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ron. Ron was really fucking good at Fortnite. But he made Fortnite entertaining to watch whilst being good. I forgot. Wow, no, oh my
generation where this didn't
God.
exist.
This is crazy.
You looked at this career and you.
The only game they play was Tetris,
Now,
to be
how come in
fair.
colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist, so no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
and it's fun. It's like
That's
again, it's
okay.
Oh, you gotta fight
That's
back. You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet
This
you.
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar
Ed.
with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking
We
it back
fall
to
off.
that's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent-
you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's kind
okay.
of it's not the same concept. Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed.
Video's done. Video is done. She is the most retarded out of all of them. She just described their equivalent of furlough, of getting laid off. And then when they said, yeah, we'd have, like, but you can start all over again, as if it's easy, right? And then they said, oh, but so can you just get a new job, which happens to everyone, by the way. No one randomly fucking goes homeless. You get a new job. Happens to all of us. When COVID happened, everybody lost their job. But what did they do after? They got a new job, right? Or did they just, were they homeless forever?
Everybody was like, oh, let me go to social media. That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you lose a job, you can't
just get another one?
She goes from like crackhead to princess in about a split second. She's like, no. You see what she did?
Kind of an easy alternative.
Look.
So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you lose a job,
you just get another
top
one?
10 lock-in moments. Just to lock in again, babe.
Okay, I've been searching
She on
for another one
snus?
for 10
Nah, this is the opposite
I
of
interview
snus, bro.
every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of,
What did she do, sorry? Occupation, NA. Oh, so we don't actually. Spice.
walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views?
Went to school and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at your job.
He's waiting for. When cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't. I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this. I
9 to
go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think the aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a
Wow. So he basically agreed with her in a sense. They mediated and she immediately just backed away. And she's not even old. She's young like us. So she's just plain retarded. They are agreeing with them in certain aspects, but they don't want to like. Oh my god.
It's a skill. I wouldn't
This
call
is
it a talent.
crazy.
You can master it with, my
But people
my next.
millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Yo, is crossplay on rematch yet or
What
no?
are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, and I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do.
It's the exact same thing. Is she fucking no? She might actually be autistic. Wow. She has autism. Mozart's the nigga who went on piano, right? He made music, right? Or am I bugging out? That's Mozart, right? Piano nigga, music, all that shit. Am I right or wrong? I could be wrong. Okay, that's him. Okay, so what she just said, oh, Mozart, use my fingers and press certain buttons. He did the same thing. Right? He did, nah, hold on. He did this. Am I bugging or did he do the same thing or no? Yeah, they changed it to gaming, and gaming isn't harder though, to be honest. But you do have to grind. But it's not a labor, it's not physically. You just sat at home pressing
Don't
buttons.
think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, and I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo. I do this.
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely.
That's a grown man in the back. Oh, she's speaking in 2x speed. I put it into 1.25. Let's see how she sounds normally.
Like Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, and I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this.
No, she's still retarded, to be honest. It doesn't really matter what I could have it on 0.25 speed, still retarded. KS Profits with a tier 1 love, bro. You just paid my fucking rent. Why is the music not showing? That's fucked. I can't lie. You're gonna have to hold that one, KS.
Combo. I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely.
They have their opposable thumbs like so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso. It's like, what?
But love for paying my rent, though, man. I really appreciate that, man. I'm struggling.
If it's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You could. You could.
Perhaps.
You could.
Qualify.
You could.
What do you mean I wouldn't?
Perhaps. You can find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, you're
Nah,
dismissing.
she might be off that white though. I can't lie. No racist shit. Yeah, she's off the white, bro. Cause the way she's moving, I can't lie, it's insane.
You can't even find your OBS stream key.
No
Stop playing.
back, no back, bro.
I
She's
need
off
to
the
work
white.
for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just
Yeah, she's
dismissing.
packed
I'm not
up, bro.
dismissing. I'm saying
It's
that's
not a skill.
easy.
It's not a talent.
I said it's a skill. I didn't say it's a
easy.
talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill.
How do you know if it's easy if you
Just
haven't
chill,
done it?
man.
I played Mario Kart. I played other games.
Someone put in Prime Fortnite Season 3 Endgame build battle. That's what I'm saying, bro. Someone put her in a fucking scrims tournament right now, bro. She's not making it out alive. I shit you not, bro. She's dead. She's gonna be the first one to die. I shit you
No,
not.
not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How do you know?
What
How
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
so
What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work, and editing, and filming, and constantly.
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like
reinvent.
I'm not gonna lie, being good at games is a gift, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because everyone's brain works differently, and everyone's responses to when your brain tells you to do something is different. For me, I pick up a lot of games very quickly. I've beat niggas who have 300 hours on a game, and I swear to God, I only had like 10 hours. And I beat them multiple times, 10, 20, 30, 40 hours. I've had even half of their hours played, less than half. And I would beat them at the game. And if you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Because if you put enough hours into something, you should be better at someone than it, right? Wrong. You actually have to be gifted to be able to play a game. Every game I play at, I have a positive win percentage. Every game I play. Every game. I'm not trolling. As long as it's just about me and my personal skill, I have a positive win percentage. Most niggas don't have that because they're not gifted. They can't play games
videos and stuff like that. Just
you know
off
what I'm
pure
saying?
skill.
I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I'm just saying.
Tens of thousands of hours.
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players?
I can also
do it
put. I
over
can
again.
circle back and give
Do you
you
know
different
short
terms
launch pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to
industry.
third
You ever played
zone,
R6? Nah.
No, I don't. But
I'll
if I
probably be
want-
bad at that game. And then I'd play it a little bit and
No,
I'd
but
get good.
exactly.
but
I
it's
just
like-
don't-
They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
on,
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh.
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So
Oh my days. Yo, bro. I can give her 3 days to master rock, paper, scissors. I'd still beat her most of the time. Because psychologically, I'm smarter than her. So I'm going to analyze what she's doing. I'm going to figure out her pattern. I swear to God, I can give her 3 whole days to master the psychological movements of rock, paper, scissors. I would still probably win. No troll, I would still win.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is.
Okay,
give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you gotta give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
Give the final thought if streaming is actually more difficult.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era. And technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with talk. I appreciate and respect.
I mean, like, you gotta understand that a lot of these old people can't even get their bodies right. You think they're gonna be able to do a 24-hour stream on Twitch? They can't even get in the gym. It's kind of like they were never fit ever in their life. Do you know what I mean? And you can't tell me that old people, oh, it's because they're old. No. Like, I've seen very fit old people.
What they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was hard. And that's what I think.
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
That's funny. That guy's funny.